This for informative speech. So we're going to be talking about population growth and the effects it has on a community. So 3 major impacts of population growth. First being community structure or change in community structure, job opportunities, and crime rates, the change in crime rates it can have. So in San Antonio, we've seen population growth. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Texas was home to 11 of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. and it was in the top 5 cities in the U.S. that added citizens to or residents to its population. So between 2014 and 2015, we saw an increase in population of about 30,000 people in that 1 year. Some of the negative impacts of population growth or some of the concerns that people bring up when we talk about population growth in San Antonio and in other communities is the effect of gentrification. So gentrification is the process of revitalization of an urban neighborhood. You'll see new housing developments, but this can also increase property value, which can be a good thing for people who are looking to sell, but it also drives up property taxes. So people who have lived in those communities for a long period of time can no longer afford to pay their property taxes. And this can be a bad thing because people feel like they're pretty much being driven out of their neighborhoods. Not by force, but they have no option but to move out because they can no longer afford to pay the taxes on their properties, and these are properties that they've owned for generations. We've seen the campaign that was launched in 2009, known as SA 2020, it's a vision of growth and progress for the city of San Antonio. It has a lot of positive aspects of it. One of their main goals was to develop downtown more because we weren't seeing a lot of young professionals live downtown. So what they did a lot of housing developments downtown, new apartments, modern apartments. They promoted tax breaks for downtown developers. So that in itself drove up property values, and that's an effect of gentrification that people don't like, that it changes the whole community structure. It can have positive impacts, but it's also driving people out of homes they've lived in for generations. Some positive aspects of community structure or changing community structure that come with population growth would be that neighborhoods would be more culturally diverse. New housing developments are going to attract different people from all over the U.S. It's going to bring diversity to the neighborhood, and that's always a healthy thing for a neighborhood to be diverse, especially culturally diverse. With population growth, there can also be an opportunity for job and education, new opportunities that we hadn't seen before. So companies may want to move to San Antonio or their headquarters to San Antonio because of the diverse people they could hire. So new research conducted by UTSA, Institute of Economic Development, and the San Antonio Economic Development Foundation found that new jobs are being added to the interlocal economy at numbers that we had never seen before. So according to the UTSA Institute of Development, in 2015, the overall annual impact of business operations from companies was over 1.1 billion. And these companies supported nearly 8,000 jobs. So they added 8,000 jobs through these and added $1.1 billion to the San Antonio local economy. So it's definitely a positive impact, and it's a lot of local opportunity for people who are already living here or to new residents in the area. So ideally, more jobs mean more working people, which means more taxable income. These taxes would ideally be used to improve schools and neighborhoods and would have a very good impact on the overall living or the overall quality of life in San Antonio. And it could possibly mean an increase in per capita income, which would benefit a lot of families and individuals in the city of San Antonio. So a concern that people bring up when we talk about population growth is increase in crime rates. So a growing population can be a challenge for law enforcement because we're seeing a lot of people move in from all over the U.S. And we are limited in our law enforcement staffing, so that can definitely bring up a challenge. But according to the Uniform Crime Report published by the San Antonio Police Department, there has not been a significant increase in crime rates. There has been some increase in homicides, but it's not a considerable increase that can be attributed to population growth. It's just a normal growth in, it's not a significant growth in that type of crime. So population growth does have positive and negative impacts that people can bring up, but overall the economic benefits of population growth outweigh the negative aspects of it. So there's going to be more opportunities, overall improvement in quality of life in San Antonio with population growth.